Your sleep. Her fingers move slow through your hair. You feel the weight of your own head, heavy, the way it gets right before sleep takes you mid-thought. The room smells like olive oil and burnt wick. Somewhere past the curtain, sandals shuffle against stone. Too many feet. Too quiet. You don't open your eyes. You trust her. You have always trusted her, even when something low in your gut told you not to. A blade catches lamplight above you. You don't see it. Not yet. This is the moment that ends everything, but you don't know that yet. You are the strongest man who has ever lived. Armies have run from the sound of your name. And right now, in this small, dark room, you are as helpless as the day you were born. Which, in a way, is exactly where this story starts. Your birth. Your mother cannot have children. Years of silence in that house. Years of empty arms. And then one evening, the air changes. A presence fills the doorway. Too large for the space, too still to be a man. It is not a voice exactly. It is something that fills the chest before it reaches the ears. You will have a son. And then the rules. His hair is never cut. Not once, not ever. No wine touches his lips. No part of him goes near death or decay. He belongs to something before he even draws his first breath. You are that son. You are named for the sun, for light, for a promise nobody explained to you before you were old enough to carry it. You grow up with uncut hair down your back and a weight on your chest you can't name. Other boys wrestle, laugh, forget themselves. You can't. Something in you is always listening for what comes next. Your power. You are a young man now, walking the road toward Timnah, and a Philistine girl crosses your sight line, and that's it. You decide right there. Your father says there are women among your own people. You don't care. Something pulls you toward what you shouldn't want, and you've never learned how to resist that pull. On the same road, days later, alone, a lion explodes out of a vineyard, full roar, hot breath, claws already swinging. You don't think. Your hands move before your mind catches up. By the time it's over, the animal is in pieces on the ground, and you are standing over it, chest heaving, hands shaking, not from fear, from understanding. This is what you are. You tell no one. Not your father, not your mother. You carry the secret of your own strength the way you'll carry everything else in this life, alone and a little too proud of the weight. Your riddle. At the wedding feast, 30 Philistine men sit across from you, sizing you up. You give them a riddle, something only you could know, buried in the carcass of that lion, sweetness pulled out of something dead. 7 days, you tell them. Lose, and you owe me linen and fine robes. They can't solve it, so they go to your new wife instead. She comes to you in tears every single day, wearing you down the way water wears down stone, until on the last day you give her the answer just to make the crying stop. She gives it to them. They answer your riddle with your own secret in their mouths, and something in you goes cold and quiet. You only know this because you went behind my back. You walk to Ashkelon. 30 men die there, and you take their clothes to pay a debt that was never really about clothes. When you come home, her father meets you at the door with bad news. She's already been given to someone else. Your wife. Gone. While you were still proving a point. Your fire. You go back for her anyway. And her father offers you the younger sister instead, like daughters are interchangeable. Something snaps. You catch 300 foxes, tie torches between their tails in pairs, and set them loose through Philistine grain fields, vineyards, olive groves, all of it burning at once, smoke rising for miles. The Philistines find out it was you, so they burn your wife and her father alive in their own house. For that, you kill. Not in anger anymore, in something past anger, and the slaughter is wide enough that your own people get nervous.
3,000 men of Judah come and bind you with new rope, hand you over to keep the peace. And something moves through you. The rope snaps like it's been sitting in fire. You find a donkey's jawbone in the dirt, and by the end of that day, 1,000 Philistine men are dead at your feet. And you are alone in a field that smells like blood and breathe like it's nothing. You judge Israel for the next 20 years, powerful, feared, completely alone at the top of it. Your weakness. You go to Gaza for a woman you have no business seeing, and when the city tries to trap you inside its gates at night, you tear the gates off their hinges, wood, bronze, posts and all, and carry them on your shoulders to a hilltop just to prove you could. That's who you are now, untouchable, careless with it. Then you meet Delilah, and for the first time the wanting goes both directions, and you let your guard all the way down. The Philistines offer her 1,100 pieces of silver to find what makes you unbreakable. She asks, you lie. Bowstrings, never used. She tests it. It fails. You lie again. New rope. Fails again. You lie a third time, weave my hair into your loom, and still you stay. Still you don't leave, even after 3 attempts on your life in one bed. Then she says the thing that finally gets you. How can you say you love me when you won't tell me the truth? And you are so tired. Tired of carrying the secret alone for 30-something years. So this time, you tell her everything. Your fall. She lulls you to sleep in her lap, calls a man in with a blade, and your hair, uncut since before you were born, falls in pieces to the floor. You wake up and reach for the strength that has never once failed you, and it isn't there. Just you, just a man. They take your eyes next, then bind you in bronze chains and drag you to Gaza, where they put you to work grinding grain like an animal, around and around in the dark, day after day, while Philistine men laugh about it in the street outside. No one notices what's happening on your scalp in the meantime. Slowly, quietly, it starts growing back. You can't see it, you can only feel it, longer each week, a secret the dark is keeping just for you. Months pass like that, blind, grinding, humiliated, growing. Then word comes down through the prison walls. The Philistines are throwing a festival for their god, and they want the blind strong man brought out for the crowd to laugh at. Your temple. A boy leads you by the hand into the temple, and you can hear them before you can place them, thousands of voices, packed shoulder to shoulder, laughing, pointing at the blind man they used to fear. You ask the boy to put your hands on the 2 center pillars, just to rest, you tell him. He doesn't know any better. You stand there with your palms flat against the stone, head down, hair longer than it's been since you were a boy, and for the first time in months you ask for the strength back. Not for a city, not for revenge, not even really for yourself, just one more time. And it comes. Slow at first, then all at once, filling your arms, your back, your legs, the way it used to before you ever lost it. You push, the pillars groan, then give, and the whole roof comes down on 3,000 people and on you at the same time. In the dust and the screaming and the silence after, you take out more of them in your death than you ever did across 20 years of life. They bury what's left of you next to your father. No speeches, no parade, just a strong man, finally still, having spent everything he had on one last push.